Shalom, this is Coach Ham. What's up? Today's life hack is about addressing, I would say, our shadows. Our shadow will be a part of us that we rejected because somebody else outside of ourselves said it wasn't correct. So it depends on what family you was raised with, what part of you was accepted, and what part of you had to deny. My side of the family, they didn't accept my anger or my aggression, not knowing it came from all my concussions. So my anger and aggression had to be pushed down to my subconscious and also be denied. Like, so that part of my aspect, it couldn't be me. I want to be this good boy, this Rube who everybody know. But what happens is when we reject a part of ourselves that other people say that we shouldn't have or we shouldn't do, we're rejecting our whole self. Let me say it again. Our whole self is rejecting a half of ourselves. So what that means is that we have a half of us that we accept and the other half we don't. We can't be whole. We got 50% who love ourselves and 50% that we don't like ourselves. We have to integrate those. Not where we become whole, by doing shadow work. So in doing shadow work, it hurts because I realize in all my prior relationships, by me being raised in such a dysfunctional dichotomy, I never knew how to let go. So my relationships, if it wasn't going right, I pack my bags, I'm gone, I'm out of there. So now, everybody I came in contact with, whenever mental struggles came up or whenever I was feeling deficient, because a lot of men, we feel, I'm gonna go back to myself. Myself, I feel deficient if I don't have my finances right. I realized I found myself feeling jealous and envious of people who had finances because so much stuff I wouldn't do with finances. And what I realized was I was actually pushing money away because the shadow part of myself, I was rejecting that. So if you know how to get money and you choose to be a good boy and do things the right way and get the illegal world, is a different world. So going through that transition, it wasn't something easy. So I had to reject a part of myself. So by me doing this shadow work, I realized I have to integrate that into my life. And now what I do is I work with youth outside of school. By me being a security specialist and now becoming a health coach and personal trainer, a lot of my kids I come back in contact with now understanding that in school is cool. It's when they're summer break, Christmas breaks, but there's no supervision. That's when I lost kids to death, to the prison system. So now, me integrating my hurts, my pains, and me healing my inner child within myself, doing this shadow work and accepting my dysfunctions, my envy, my jealousy, and integrating it with the light part, the person who I've evolved today, who I can cry, who I can rub my son and tell him I love him as a man. I can accept heartbreak. I can accept failure. I can accept that I'm a human. Not the bare minimum of a human, but the greater possibilities of being a human. Everybody can change. This wasn't my choice. I didn't choose to be this life coach, this person who I am today. It chose me. Now that I have accepted, I'm working on healing my inner child and integrating my shadows within myself by doing Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And I thank you. Any order that you choose to do it, we have to heal our inner child. We have to heal our spiritual wounds. So do that work. Integrate your whole self. Not saying you're that now, but this saying is still in you. It still resonates within you because just like the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the light side, the shadow side, it's all part of you. Love yourself just the way you are and evolve to be a better person. It's Coach Ham. Peace. Out of here.